Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another episode review. And this is going to be for episode 3, season 1, Constantine, the Devil's Vinyl. So, so yeah, for those that have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10 seconds spoiler warning, as usual, starting now. Oh, okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those that have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already, please don't complain down below that I never gave you a fair warning or be messaging me of the same thing. So yeah, that's basically it from that. And yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, in this episode, we have this album, a vinyl album, that was recorded a by a bluesman, who's basically someone who sings, blues. His name was Willie Cole, um, or something like that, or he was working with Willie Cole Records. I forget the exact details. Basically, basically the story is that this singer sold his soul to the devil, and while he was recording his song, the devil came back to get his soul, I guess. And basically the devil's voice was heard inside the record, and whoever hears the record dies because the devil's voice is heard, by that logic. So yeah, Constantine now has to find the record to figure out how to stop the problem, or stop more deaths from happening, prevent it. And yeah, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best episodes this show has had so far. The first episode I thought was a good start episode, but I do think it could have been better. The second episode was a little, I did have a little bit left to be desired, but the third episode really did bring it, and I think this episode shows exactly what Constantine can be, because it doesn't really have to be all about exorcism and stuff like that. About exorcism and the macabre. I mean, kind of does have to be a bit about the macabre and exorcism, but it doesn't really just have to focus on exorcism. It could focus on other topics such as religion, heaven and hell, and the devil and Satanism, Gothics, and whatever. And basically they kind of focus on Satanism and hell, and that's basically why I like the show. As of this episode, I mean, I've always liked it, but I like it more because so far it's always been exorcisms, but now it shows a bit more as what it could do, stretching its limits, into heaven and hell, religion, Gothics, whatever. And urban legends as well. So I did like it for that. Pretty also I did like the concept of the devil's voice being in a record and then killing everyone. That's pretty interesting. And you also have the introduction of Papa Midnight, which is apparently one of the major antagonists of Constantine in the Hellblazer comics. Apparently he came out in his first appearance was in Hellblazer #1, so he's been there since the start. So it is pretty interesting to see Papa Midnight in this episode. Um, so basically, he kind of wanted the record to, I guess, in a way, prevent more deaths from happening, or just kill the people he needs to kill, and then maybe be done with the record. But his henchmen kind of got, I guess, hypnotized by the record, because if you touch the record, you get hypnotized into wanting to listen to the record, and if you listen to it, you die. So they wanted to give it out to the mass media, kill as many people as possible, which was pretty interesting. And I guess as a way of the devil saying thank you, you must all die, or some bullshit like that. That's kind of how they explained it, that the devil, as a thank you message, wanted to kill as many people as possible. So that's kind of one of those bullshit explanations that kind of makes sense. Um, so yeah, I mean, overall it's a pretty good episode. The acting is pretty good as a whole, in my opinion. The writing as well is pretty good as a whole. I mean, any negatives in this episode? There's this one scene with an old man, not an old man, more like a hobo. I mean, he probably was like an older gentleman. But how was I gonna say? Okay, so you have this hobo, and he's basically robbing on Constantine, and Constantine isn't one to be mugged, but Papa Midnight tied him to like a bed or something right before leaving him for dead or whatever. So this hobo kind of mugs him, and then the angel, his like guardian angel, kind of um comes in or whatever. It was kind of weird. It was kind of a weird transition. That was like a weird scene. Just the transition kind of felt odd in my opinion. Like the way they transitioned from the hobo to the guardian angel to back to the hobo, and then it was just kind of weird. And then you also have Zed, who beats the living shit out of the hobo. So yeah. Um, I mean, overall, not really that many negatives for this episode. I mean, it was such a good episode, and I did like they are trying to expand their concepts, possible concepts, as what they could do with the show. Again, as I said before, heaven and hell, goth and gothics or whatever religion, urban legends and whatnot. I do like the fact they are trying to expand just that one weird scene, maybe a few other things over here and there, but nothing that really ticked me off. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Except for the rate, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good episode. I think one of the best episodes so far. So yeah, so far they have 8 episodes confirmed. I don't know if that's from the first half of the season 1 or whatever, but so far it is getting to be a good show. So definitely do check out Constantine if you haven't already. It's already on its 4th episode. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. Yeah. As I said before, 8 out of 10 is what I give this episode, and yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. For TV shows, I review Constantine, Arrow, Gotham, Flash, Z Nation, Grace Point, Walking Dead, and Scorpion. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below your thoughts on the episode. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. And yeah, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off. I don't know. Bye.